Welcome to Rupert House, and many thanks for joining us today. Our aim is to give you a real flavour of the inspirational teaching and learning environment which exists throughout the school. And so to that end, we've planned for you to meet a number of our staff and to see Rupert House in action. This clearly isn't the same as seeing the school in the flesh, and so we very much hope that you'll be keen to visit us as and when we're allowed for this to happen. Through the iconic big blue front door of Rupert House on Bell Street, the school opens up into a labyrinth of classrooms, arts, science and DT labs, music rooms, the hall, our lovely green space out the back, and of course the AstroTurf there as well. The school itself, though, is rooted both physically and metaphorically in Henley. As such, we have the best of both worlds. The facilities that one would expect in a town the size of Henley. Be that the Kenton Theatre just around the corner, where we use the main stage there for our theatrical productions, the Town Hall for our musical productions, the use of the swimming pools, and of course the Henley Hawks Rugby Club just around the corner, which is next door to our own sports ground, on which we use their 4G pitch and other facilities as well. We support local charities such as Nomad, and the children very much enjoy spending time in their holidays supporting the charities themselves. There are also many events in Henley that we are keen to be a part of, and such the literary and art festivals are two very important occasions through the school year. But we're also here in the countryside, and just abounding on the games pitches, the children are able to enjoy our forest school and are able to go up into the woods and hills outside Henley to explore further. We inspire the children to live by our 4 values of courage, creativity, respect and resilience. For them to have the courage in their convictions and to follow their passions. For them to creatively be able to think through problems and work through to a conclusion. To have respect and understanding of other people's beliefs, courage, faiths and backgrounds. And to have the resilience to push on through, along with a growth mindset, which gives them the skill set in order to be able to thrive. But this is all underpinned with kindness and the way in which we treat each other. The pastoral care of our children is our main priority. Ultimately, if a child isn't happy, then they're not in a position to learn. And so we work very closely with parents to help understand where a child may be struggling. The children are given individual care and attention through their form teachers, and we also have a number of mental health first aiders who have been trained specifically to support the children if they're needing to talk about issues they're wanting to work through. The staff here are our most important assets though, and they're passionate about what they do. And they're also highly qualified. For example, our games department is led by an Olympic medal-winning hockey player, and it also counts a WASP's Academy graduate in its rank, whilst our music department includes teachers and performers of national and international repute. We're keen to guide our parents towards the right school for their children, be that state or independent, single sex or co-ed, day or boarding. We work closely with parents through the decision-making process, and one of the most enjoyable aspects of my role is seeing our former pupils flourishing in their senior school environments. Over the past few years, our children have been awarded places at a wide range of schools, including the Abbey, Abingdon, Sir William Borlase, Clare's Court, Cranford House, Down House, Gillett's, St Helens and St Catherine's, Kendrick, Lambrook, Leighton Park, Luckley House, the Oratory, Queen Anne's Caversham, Reading Bluecoat, Tudor Hall and Wellington College. Our former pupils stay in contact, and it's wonderful that they're keen to come back and speak to the children in order to inspire the next generation. It's fascinating to hear about what they've decided to do with their lives. For example, we have a couple of international athletes at present. Aurora at Yale University, who won at Henley Regatta last year, international lacrosse player as well. We have one of the youngest MenCap holiday leaders amongst our former pupils, as well as award-winning musical writers, disability awareness bloggers, and I could go on. We're keen for our children to make informed decisions and to make the most of all the opportunities they have both here now at Rupert House and as they go on to senior school and beyond, such that they leave us as good all-rounders with the confidence to make the most of the opportunities they're given and the resilience to embrace the challenges that they will face. I hope you enjoy this video that we've put together, in which you'll meet a number of our staff, and following that there'll be a brief question and answer session in which I'm keen to answer the questions you've posed to us.
I'm Mrs. McCartney and I'm the nursery teacher here at Rupert House School. We just wanted to give you a little taste of what we have on offer here at Rupert House and welcome you to the nursery, and that's why we've got welcome to the nursery written on our board. So the main thing about our nursery program is we learn through play. We always have a theme each week. This week it's the red theme, so we're doing harvest and apples and various things like that. And we play a lot. So today we've got the home corner set up as a smoothie shop and an ice cream shop. Your choice of what you want to make or eat, and the little babies over here are looking quite lovingly at the ice cream cones. We've also got Mega Blocks out today, and we've got painting, kinetic sand, various things for us to play with, and our baskets on the table where each child has their own basket and they do their own work at the table or their own play at the table. We do rotate our toys because of coronavirus, but we do it just to give ourselves more choice and more play options. And we also play indoor and outdoor. So we have an indoor-outdoor flow because this really helps with the learning because it really happens everywhere. We go to forest school every other week, and we have a lot of options with mud kitchens and outdoor play right here at the nursery door. We are part of a bigger school, clearly, as the nursery, and that's a wonderful thing because the children are really included with buddies from year 6 or even within our own bubble, the older children in the EYFS bubble. And you have access, I suppose you would say, to specialist teachers, music teachers, PE teachers. So there's a really varied and wonderful program no matter how young you are. And you start quite young here at Rupert House. 3 up to 4, that's what we have in the nursery. And then after that, you go to reception. We would love to meet you. Do come and visit and we can tell you more.
The pre-prep at Rupert House is a really fabulous place to be. From our very youngest 3-year-old pupils starting their learning journey in the nursery, right up to these 6 and 7-year-olds preparing for their transition to the prep department. There's no doubt there's a lot of fun to be had. We're very proud of the fact that visitors to the school often comment on the warm family feel of the school. And that's undoubtedly because all the staff know all of the children, and this really makes such a big difference. Wherever you go, you'll see happy, smiling and confident children, nicely confident children, which is just what you want. You can see that they're engaged in their learning and that they take every opportunity to have a go, something we fully encourage throughout the school. Much of this is due to a great team of staff who are all so willing and enthusiastic, and who will go the extra mile to ensure the children in their care enjoy a wealth of experiences to enrich their learning and to prepare them for the years ahead. The children enjoy lessons with specialist teachers in ICT, music, French, PE, games, which includes swimming, rugby, cricket and athletics for the Key Stage 1 children, and outdoor learning where, of course, they have the added bonus of regular visits to our very own forest school site. The well-being and development of the children is utmost important to us, and the staff-pupil ratio is very good, and this, together with favourable class sizes, means that we can ensure that each child is supported as best possible and that we can carefully monitor their progress through the years. And right from these early informative years, we instil our school values of courage, creativity, respect and resilience throughout the curriculum.
We chose Rupert House for our daughter after visiting the school and being completely bowled over by the facilities on offer, whether that's the all-weather pitch, the ICT suite or forest school, after meeting the teachers and seeing how well they get to know the children on an individual basis, and after seeing how happy and confident the pupils were in their environment. We continue to be impressed by the range of activities on offer and the tailored learning that the children receive. The wraparound care is also crucial for us, as we both work full-time, and our daughter just really loves skipping off to breakfast club in the mornings or enjoying the range of activities available in the after-school clubs.
Our daughter's been making fantastic progress at Rupert House. The curriculum's really broad, which means she gets a great variety of lessons each week, including phonics, reading, maths, as well as ICT, PE, RE, French, philosophy for children, and so much more. She's seen as an individual rather than just another pupil in the class. This means she comes home buzzing at the end of every day with all the new things she's learnt about.
At Rupert House, art is for everyone to enjoy. I teach prep children a double lesson each week here at Rupert House, and they also come here for design and technology. My aim is for every child to leave Rupert House with an enjoyment of and an interest in art. There's no right or wrong. Anyone can be an artist. It all comes from inside, and all you need to have is confidence. I start most projects with some art history where the children learn about a famous artist, not just dead male ones. While they're here at Rupert House, the children will have experience of as many different mediums and styles of art as possible. In the spring term, all the children in prep create pieces of work for the Henley Youth Festival art competition. The work's exhibited at a public show at the River and Row Museum. We're lucky to have lots of community links. Our school is on Henley's doorstep, which is really exciting for us. We're just around the corner from the Kenton Theatre, and we perform our summer play there, so prop making and costumes form part of the summer term's learning every year. It's really important for the children to have fun, challenge themselves, and to find at least one part of art that they love.
Hello and welcome to the PE Games and Outdoor Learning Department at Rupert House School. I thought I'd just give you a few snapshots of some of the activities that we are doing here this week. Okay guys, a lot of action in the Autumn Hockey League. Due to the COVID restrictions, we're unable to play fixtures at the moment, but we are enjoying fixtures against each other in a keenly fought tournament that's in pursuit of a very shiny new shield that Miss Nicholson's just made. Welcome to Reception Tennis Club. So we're having a great time out here, learning a bit of hand-eye coordination and ball control. And on the other bit of the court, we've got Year 3-4 Hockey Club. So we're just doing some drills and skills at the moment, looking to control the ball.
You show me again. You show me again, Jack. Off you go.
So here we've got Year 1 Rugby Club. Oh, it's all pretty fast action. I think I missed half of that. There they go with Mr. Brown. Year 1 Rugby Club, doing some drills and skills, improving their ball handling and their tactical awareness, and more importantly, having a really good time. In addition to the PE and games, we're also able to offer a really good programme of outdoor learning, including using our very own forest school up at the playing fields, to using the woods and fields above the forest school, and the beautiful Thames environment down beyond the rugby club, where we study everything from the Civil War to local agriculture, then the flora and fauna. And most importantly, the children just get really used to getting outside in all weathers, enjoying our beautiful countryside and having fun.
Hello, good morning and welcome to Year 3 and the prep school. I am been here for 12 years and I'm also a parent here. I really believe that the transition between the pre-prep and the prep school should be as smooth as possible, and my job in Year 3 is to make that process into a really positive experience for the children. In the pre-prep, they have a form teacher, and exactly the same as when they reach the prep school. The main difference is the fact that we now have more specialist teachers for art, for music, games, ICT, and also science. The rest of the subjects are taught by their form teacher. In Year 3, the focus really is on trying to make the children more independent and to really start to enjoy their learning and take responsibility for their own learning. It's so important that they learn from their mistakes, and it's important that we hold their hand as they make those mistakes, making sure the children take a risk in a really safe environment. And that's why it's nice for them to have their form teacher to be able to do that with them. Year 3 is a really special year. It's great for the children to start building on the foundations that they've had from the pre-prep. And with many subjects, we now start layering and consolidating their learning. It's also really special in terms of where they're going, and my job is to help prepare them for their journey through the prep school.
We encourage children to take a really hands-on approach to learning in science, whether that's through constructing electrical circuits, designing and building model rockets, or performing experiments with the Bunsen burners. We like to bring science to life by incorporating something practical within every lesson. As well as covering an exciting range of biology, chemistry and physics topics across our science curriculum, at Rupert House, we also believe in the importance of teaching about our responsibility towards the environment. We send out weekly challenges from the Young Climate Warriors project, attend local litter picks, and encourage the children to get involved in growing their own food. This builds up to a set of group projects in Year 6, which are entered each year into the Henley Schools Environment Competition. And last year we came joint first out of all the local schools in the area. At Rupert House, science lessons are about encouraging curiosity and fostering respect for the world around us. By the time children leave us at the end of Year 6, they are well prepared to move on to the next level of science at their senior schools.
This is my robot Vector, so you can see him moving around. And he's independent. He can go with a little charge by himself, but he doesn't like if you lift him up. So you can stroke him. Hello? He'll be very angry.
Here at Rupert House, we work really closely with teachers and parents to support children both emotionally and academically through from nursery to Year 6. Every child learns differently, and sometimes a child may need a little bit of additional support either inside the classroom or outside the classroom to help them to reach their full potential. Support is tailored to each individual child's needs from their early development to preparing them for a transition to the appropriate senior school.
My boys joined Rupert House in September, so we're very new to the school. The reason we chose Rupert House is because we wanted a all-round education for the boys, and so far our experience has just been wonderful, right through from in the morning when I drop them off and they get to chat to Mr. Armitage about what happened the night before, right down to when I pick them up at the after school care. So far they are happy, they are stimulated, they're using their imaginations, they feel creative, and I think they just feel able to be themselves and explore every aspect of their personality. For that reason we are so happy we chose Rupert House as the school for our children.
And
welcome to the music studio. As you can see earlier, that was the Year 6 performing Someone You Loved. So that's Year 6 vocal group. So that's one of our clubs that we offer in the school. And we've got Year 6 vocal group, we have junior choir, senior choir, we've got an orchestra, and anyone is welcome to join. We've also got percussion group here, we've got percussion and tuned percussion, and we also have music theory and composition club, which are run by Mr. Chris Marshall. He's absolutely amazing with the children, and the children really enjoy doing especially drumming club. And we have a lot of Perrys who come in to teach individually, one-to-one lessons. So we have a specialist teacher for the harp, piano teachers, singing teacher, we've also got a brass teacher and a guitar teacher, and of course drumming as well. And that happens in the school. We've got 3 practice rooms, 1 amazing practice studio pod, which is completely soundproof. That's really good for their practice as well. And children love to go into the pods to just play around with instruments. And it's really nice to get them exposed to instruments so that they can have a feel for different styles of music that they can get themselves exposed to. And then we've also got all these groups manage to perform and get a chance to perform in our concerts like the Tea Concert, and anyone can sign up for performing, and we always encourage the children to perform in classroom as well. We do a lot of classroom music, and we get them exposed to different instruments, like Year 3s start to learn the violins as a class, and Year 2s we start to pick up the recorders, and this is the music department. I hope you really enjoyed the song that we had at the beginning of the clip.
Rupert House is known for being pretty academic, and that's certainly something that we really appreciated and valued. But you don't want a school that is just sort of singular in that. But you know, our experience at Rupert House has been quite the opposite. The teaching and the breadth of topics and things that they do, as well as their kind of brilliant sports, like, you know, an Olympic medalist, you know, teaching your children sport, amazing. You know, world-class musicians kind of coming in doing music lessons, you know, fabulous artists, from cooking to religious studies. I mean, they really have got a brilliantly kind of broad curriculum and different set of, I don't know, inputs to kind of enrich, I don't know this word, but, you know, make the children's experience that much kind of richer and deeper.
As Director of Studies, I support families when choosing the right school for life after Rupert House. There's so much to consider, and we spend a lot of time supporting our children and families to find the right school for them. Many of our children go on to well-known private schools, such as St Helens and St Catherine's, Abingdon, Headington, the Oratory, Queen Anne's, to name just a few. But equally, we prepare our children for state education and for local grammar schools, where we've also had strong success. We believe in matching children to the right school for them, and we pride ourselves on knowing our children and our families well. Over the years, we've built strong links with many of these secondary schools, and we offer advice and support to parents to help guide them through making the choices for their child's next steps. We're proud of our success rate in getting children into their first choice of secondary school. Our children also have strong success in achieving scholarships to other schools. Last year, 15 out of our 16 leavers achieved a scholarship.
not only good academic scholarships, but also scholarships in drama, music, art and sport.
I think what makes Rupert House such a happy place for the children to thrive in is the nurturing and family feel of the school. The friends that the children make are really special. The teachers are passionate about what they do and really genuinely care for the children. They know them all by name as it's quite a small school, and there's so many activities for the children to engage in and unlock their full potential, and everything they do. I have no regrets about sending my children to Rupert House.
Many thanks for joining us for our open morning. There were a number of questions that were asked in advance, so I'll do my best to answer those for you now. The first question, what is the ethos of Rupert House? Well, our ethos here is very much based on our 4 values of courage, creativity, respect and resilience. And that's all underpinned by kindness, which we expect the children to show towards each other and indeed to any other adults that they come into contact with. The next question relates to class sizes. Our class size averages 14 children in a class. Where we have larger classes, there are teaching assistants that are very much involved with the children's learning and are there to support them with that. Another question related to our provision for sports and activities. We're very proud of the opportunities the children have here at Rupert House. They do sport on 4 afternoons a week, and in addition to that they also have PE sessions as well. We cover the main sports there, those being hockey, netball, rugby, cricket, as well as sports such as football, cross country, which is ever popular, and a number of other sports that the children can take part in as activities. That activity programme is extensive. There are currently over 57 different activities that take place throughout the week, from early morning cross country sessions for those that are keen to be part of that, through lunchtimes and into the late afternoon there as well. And they cover a range of different opportunities there for the children, be that from a musical perspective, a creative one through art, drama, or indeed many other aspects of school life there as well. And ostensibly we're keen to offer whatever activities the children would like to do within reason. A question was also asked about school meals. The school food here is delicious. I can attest to that myself, and the children are very keen on the food. Going forward, we have a school council planned which focuses particularly on the food, and the children are very keen to give their feedback to the catering team here at Rupert House. A question was asked about how we go the extra mile for our students. Well, that, to my mind, really relates to the pastoral care. We're very proud of the attention that we're able to give the children. In the first instance, that's through the form teachers who are there to help the children with any issues they may be struggling with. And equally, we have a number of staff that are trained as mental health first aiders. And in each classroom, the children are able to identify if they are struggling and wish to speak to one of the mental health first aiders. And that has been a very popular way of the children communicating if they're struggling with certain issues there as well. But that certainly works in combination with close relationship with our parents as well. And we ask very much that the parents talk with us about any issues that the children may be struggling with on a day-to-day basis. A question was asked about how we keep the students on track and motivated during lockdown. Obviously last term we had a considerable amount of time in which the majority of the children were learning remotely, and we used some software through Firefly for the children to engage with their learning. That proved to be very successful, and we're continuing with that. A number of the children have their homework set on Firefly at present, and if we needed to go back into a lockdown situation, we would revert to that as well. Wherever possible, we had the lessons were live ones that the children could engage with, and when that wasn't possible, we had pre-recorded and also work set there for the children to be doing and to be handing in online as well. We had some very positive feedback about that, and such that, as I say, if we needed to go back into that situation again, we'd be confident that we could do so. A question was asked about the wraparound care. So we currently have a breakfast club which operates from 7:30 in the morning, and indeed there's a minibus service as well, which is there to help parents both with drop-off in the morning and a pick-up at the end of the day. Parents request a drop-off or a pick-up, and that is booked on a regular basis through the course of the term. And ostensibly we're keen to provide that service wherever possible for parents. I very much hope that this has been a useful opportunity for you to engage with the school, and we look forward to meeting you in person as and when we're able to. In the meantime, if there are any further questions, please do contact us and we'll be very happy to answer them.